Hey guys, in this next video, we're going to be walking through how to schedule an appointment and do an e-signature. So the first place that you're going to schedule an appointment for a vehicle redemption, we went over personal property earlier. Well, all vehicle redemptions are going to be up here in the Release tab. Now, once you click on this vehicle release section, you'll see that there are a few different options that you can schedule. So what we're going to do is a vehicle redemption. It's going to be this button right here. You can also schedule a vehicle transport, delivery, and then what we're going to be doing is a redemption. So the same VIN that we've been utilizing this entire time, I'm going to pull up 845784. There we go, for our 1999 Ford Explorer. Now to schedule, I'm going to simply click to highlight the row, and you can select multiple at once if you want to do that, but we're only going to have one redemption. So you remember from an earlier video, we did our personal property online schedule. That would be the customer logging into your website and scheduling the appointment. In this case, they're going to do the same exact thing for a vehicle redemption, but I'll walk you through how to do it on the computer just in case you want to do them over the phone instead of on the website. So what we're going to do is select that row and we're going to hit redemption. So we're going to do a time and date for pickup. So we'll do, let's just say, tomorrow. Fee to be collected, we'll put $150 in there. The debtor email we'll put in there. The phone number, we'll go ahead and throw in my work line. And like I showed you before on the previous videos, the debtors will be notified via email or cell phone. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit save, or I can click this button, save in text, save an email in text, or save an email. So let's just hit save in text. Perfect. Text has been sent to the customer now. So now that we've scheduled that appointment, let's go ahead and upload the PDFs into the appointment that we need signed. This is where our e-signature is going to be completed. So what I'll do here is I'll go to there's a couple of areas, well, I should say that you can do that. You can go ahead and put the forms in right here, but I'm going to show you one of the more common areas that people are putting the forms. So I'm going to search that VIN one more time over here, 845784. Now, why isn't anything pulling up? If you remember my previous video, this car has all of the tasks done, so it's going to be in my completed assignments. You should in fact be sort of concerned if you're able to pull it up and opens, because that means there are certain things that are not done. I'm going to go ahead and click the Forms button here. So now what I can do is I can open RDN, the order from here, and now I'm going to click on the Forms tab. Once I get to forms, we're just going to do a vehicle release to debtor. Now this is one of the more important parts that you're going to want to focus on. You're going to want to hit save PDF, and it's going to drop down here in the bottom, okay? Now you are not going to want to close this out, because typically we had to print all these documents, remember, and then we had to give them to the customer. They would sign them, we would scan them back in via scan apps, however you were doing it, and then uploading those into RDN. Our process is much faster. So you're going to click back to Cleardata and Agent Portal, and any PDF that you want signed, you're simply going to take it, drag it, and drop it up here. Now, any PDF can be saved. So if you have a specialty form from a forwarder or a specialty form from the client directly, any PDF you want signed can simply be selected, dragged up here on signatures that are needed. We're just going to have the one for the sake of example. Typically you would have, I would say what, between 2 and 5? But for this example, we're only going to put the one in. We're going to shoot over to the app in a moment here, but let's just take a look at this on the calendar first. So there's our appointment, and like we covered in previous videos, you can see the total fee is going to be $150 on this appointment. Total fees for the week have been $250. If I click that little information eye, I can see that that dark blue color is a vehicle redemption. Now it's outlined in a border, so that means that there is a fee due. So that was that $150 that we typed in. And once you guys start to get flowing on this, you're going to notice that there are multiple appointments on this calendar, and that's how we're going to sort out our day. Remember, we built the calendars previously. You can see that this is a Mesa redemption. We can customize these calendars however we want. So let's go over to the app now and take a look at how we're going to get this e-signed. So you remember that we have our lineups. Lineups on that lower left-hand corner is anything that needs to be done in the beginning of the post-recovery process. We're going to be able to select our lot, and we can do condition report, repo report, pictures, personal property, etc. Well, we're going to be clicking over to the next tabs, known as releases. And just like those lineups, we can select any disposition that we want. So I could say, hey, I want to see all of my transports. Because remember, when we were talking about booking right here, we could also book this as a transport or a delivery. But in this case, we want to just see the redemption. So the customer is at the door, it's time to e-sign. So when I hit apply, these are all of my appointments that I have. So you're going to see that the Ford Explorer that we've been using this entire time is on the top, right? 845784. There was a $150 fee due. That way your door person knows, hey, I have to collect $150. The appointment time is on there, the client, it is a redemption. You can see that labeled on the lower left-hand corner of the card. You see that little green key? That means there is a key with the unit. It is 3 days in the post-recovery process, and it is on lot with a document ready to be signed. So let's go ahead and click it. Now, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to hit take photo. And just like those photos we've taken before, I'm going to snap a picture of this piece of paper I've got. This is taking the photo of the driver's license for the client. So that is now going to upload into this case so we can transfer it over if the client wants it. Otherwise, it's going to stay in Cleardata for our records to make sure that we got a correct customer to redeem that vehicle to. So now we're going to hit sign forms. Now this is the form that I uploaded earlier. So I'm simply going to tap it to select, and now I'm going to hit sign selected. So all of the info is already put in here. Customer's name, the phone number, remember we put that in, and the email. You don't have to pre-populate this when the customer goes on the website, they put their info in, or if you were over the phone taking that appointment, it would be put in there as well. So you can see that the assignment is found, the fees that are due. If there was anything else that was required to be done, it would be in this lower blue box right here, but it looks like we're good to go, so we're going to hit next. Now, here's the really important part. You're going to give the customer the device, and they're going to hit clear signature. So I'm just going to put in a random scribbled signature. They're going to sign their name, and then they're going to put their initials. You'll notice here that the date is already pre-populated, and now clear agent signature. Whenever I log in to my device, my mobile device, if I'm working the door or in the yard or wherever I am, it remembers my login, so it will remember the signature every time. It will also remember transporter signatures as well, so transporters don't have to re-sign if you're using the same transport company. So what I'm going to do is hit next, now that I have those. When you get to this screen, you're going to notice now, here's the form that I have. I only have one form. So if you look right here where it says next, it says 1 of 1. If I had 5 or 6 forms to sign, I'm going to do the signatures, hit next, and it's going to take me to the next form. In this case, I only have the one. So the first you're going to notice that signature is selected in that lower right-hand corner in that box. This means the customer's signature. So I can tap anywhere I want to put that customer's signature. Next is initials. Those will be the customer's initials. You can tap anywhere on the screen for that. The date, so I would click on the date button right there. And now I can hit the date anywhere I want. You can tap on agent, which is you. You are the agent, and that would be my signature. You can put a refuse to sign if you want. That means they refuse to sign. And any other thing that you'd like to do, including free write, you can move something, or you can put a text line in. Now, I'm pretty much done marking this document up. And again, I'm going to hit the next button. Now, if there were multiple forms to sign, it would take me to the next form to sign. In this case, you'll see that it now says done, so I'm going to hit done. All right, thank you for signing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just simply click close, back out of here, and now you're going to see I'm looking at the redemption status. So it is still marked on lot right now. The next bubble I could select would be inventory, staged, but we're just going to mark this off lot. One of the coolest parts of Cleardata is the process. You would have to sign it, upload your docs, and then mark it off of lot in RDN. Everything can now be done from one convenient place. So I'm going to say, you know what? Everything has been signed. The car is ready to go. The customers now drove away. We've collected our $150, and I'm going to say off lot. So you can say, The property was released as well. I've already got signatures. And I also now I want to update RDN with that disposition. That's on the lower right-hand corner. So I can say I released it to debtor, auction, deliver to debtor, deliver to auction, redemption hold. There's also more options that I can select from, pre-distinguished options we have in RDN. So in this case, I'm going to say release to debtor, syncing with RDN. You'll see that on the bottom. Please give RDN a minute. This unit has now been marked off lot in RDN. When I come and look at it here in my transport area, you can see the status has been marked off lot. If your company representative didn't mark it in the Cleardata app, you can also come here manually and then mark it off lot as well. But this has already been marked off lot, so we're just going to hit save. So let's go ahead and look at how to send those forms to RDN. We'll go to our completed accounts. We're going to search that last 6. Here it is. And now you'll notice there are signed forms. So whenever you've got a vehicle signature done or any sort of form signed, you're going to come here, select it. I'm going to click anywhere here to select these docs. So again, we only have the 1, but you could select 5. And then I want to say I want to send that selected form to RDN. So once I hit that button, send one form, yes, it's now going to go into the document section of RDN. Easy to upload to the client. So just like the pictures, like we did earlier, with one simple click, you can send that wherever you want. Now let me just give you an example of some other things you can do on this page. You can take a form that's maybe not signed yet. You can send it to RDN. You can do a markup docs. You can mark sent if you'd like. Email this for a signature request. So let's just say you wanted to send this to the customer to get them to e-sign. They would go through the same exact process as we just went through, or you can sign the selected forms. In this case, I'm going to just unhighlight it. I can also highlight it, and with the little paper airplane, it says that it was sent. But let's just say I want to delete that and redo it. I can also delete it as well.